Well, it's lunchtime back at the clinic. I'm afraid I'm getting a little too many of these lately. I'm supposed to be retired, but doesn't always work out the way you thought it would. Wondering how your spring's going. Mine's been full of excitement and work. We are building, like I told you last time, a rabbit. What would you call it? It's a rabbit colony, but there ought to be a good name like a sanitarium. Maybe you need to be in a sanitarium to build a rabbit colony. Maybe that's it. We're also building a quail aviary that might have some pigeons living in it as well. So those are the fun things that I'm going to be adding some videos so you guys can keep up with it. It's kind of neat. We got our first rabbit a couple of days ago. She's only 8 weeks old, and she's cute, as they all are. And she's living by herself in the colony, but there'll be more joining her soon. And in fact, she'll probably like it better by herself than the ones that are going to be joining her. We have a doe, so we'll be getting a buck and a couple of more does to add to the colony, and then they're off on their own. Just imagine. The quail aviary is really exciting. It's over 300 square feet of a screen room. Think of it that way. Made out of hardware cloth and treated lumber. And these quail are going to live like queens and kings. So that's going to be fun to see how they carry on their little colony. And it's right next to the rabbit colony, so they can talk to each other. They won't be lonely. Which reminds me of my kids years ago. Every time I would leave town, they would steal my VHS recorder and make a movie. And I came back and watched it one time, and my oldest son, he was Machete Mike, that was his name, and he was an adventurer, and he took his machete and killed all these wild animals and crazy stuff. And all the kids that lived out on our farm were co-actors in his films. But this particular time, one of his little buddies says, Machete Mike, what kind of bird is that? Machete Mike looked and he said, I think that's a yellow-striped black-bellied seersucker. And his friend says, wow, I've never heard of one of those. And Machete Mike says, they're rare. In fact, I think this is the last one. And so his partner goes, I know. Let's kill it so it won't be lonely. And of course, Machete Mike throws his machete and kills this, whatever the heck it was. Oh, the minds of children. Yes, let's kill it so it won't be lonely. Our quail and rabbit will not be lonely for long. Today it's lunchtime though, and look, I got the secret bag. Oh wait, there is something on there. Thought it didn't have any print on it. Please return to a participating store for something, for reclaiming it, I guess. Don't suffocate. I'm glad we had those instructions. That is a high-class lunch bag. And I've got my favorite, my little ceramic little deal that carries my lunch. This is Everyman fixes me special things. This one's cool. I don't know if I've shown it to you. You see the way it hooks together. And the top latches on right there. You take it off, and then you're ready to go to the microwave. But today we have banana. Oh, and smoked salmon sandwiches with capers and all kinds of good things, onions. My patients won't like that very much this afternoon. But that's what I'm going to go for. So you guys, if you enjoy watching these, please, you know the routine, subscribe and put the check mark, X marks, all those kinds of things. And send me some of your ideas that you're working on this spring and summer. And let me know what's going on. Let me know about special dishes that you have for lunch. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a recipe video. I was talking to Mrs. Everyman the other night, and I was telling her about my grandmother. I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, and a special dish that she made with yellow squash. So I'm going to post that video here in a couple of days. So if you have special recipes that you like and love, let me know about them, and maybe I'll make them for you. Okay, you guys have fun. Love you. Take care.